Alright, yo, what's going on YouTube? It is your boy Q. I'm back again for my long-awaited 1-week slumber. But if you're not following me on Instagram, then you probably don't know what's going on. But if you do, then you probably already do. Anyways, it's Team Split Mind that I'm a part of. We got a house out in the hills. And we've been setting everything up, so it's been quite a process. And I've been learning quite a lot of new things. I finally learned how to audio engineer.
I'm the trending topic, I'm the conversation. I got Grammy money, bitch, I'm nominated.
I've been working with this artist called Warhol for a long time now. We have probably 20 songs in the bank right now. It's only been like a week of working with each other. If you haven't seen it already, I just dropped a video on Split Mind, so go check that out before you watch this one. And also check the link in the description, drumify.com/Quentin-Bobbit. All my kits will be available there, and I just dropped my new loop kit called Arcane. If you want to cop that and support me in any way, please do that. It really helps me out a lot. And I mean, they're fire loops. Also, if you're balling on a budget and you don't got the money to spend like that, go ahead and DM me on Instagram. I'll shoot you a 30% off discount code. But anyways, enough talking. Let's get into the video. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a beat for Little Baby. It's going to be like a piano, like emotional type beat, something like Section8 and ChiChi would make for Little Baby. And real quick, shout out to my boy Chase Vibes, because he actually put me on to Section8 and ChiChi. I kind of like knew about him. I heard about him, but I never like paid attention to him. Chase just put me on a whole new world of bounce. So yeah, this video is pretty much dedicated to my boy Chase, because I'll go check him out. But without any further ado, let's get right in this video. All right, so right off the bat, I have the BPM set to 134. I feel like this will work pretty well. Might change it as we go. But what I'm going to be using for the bass chord progression is this key from my one-shot kit that I'm still working on. It's going to be coming up in this huge kit I'm dropping. It's this multi-kit called Full Circle. It's going to be a one-shot kit, drum kit, loop kit combined. You'll be able to buy like everything together as a bundle, or you can buy everything separate how you want it. But if you buy it as a bundle, it's going to come with a lot of extra stuff like mixer presets, which you'll see me use in this video. Like I said, I'm going to be using this one right here called Piano. Just a basic piano key. And I'm going to go and drag it into the channel rack. We're going to hit cut itself. We're going to click it, go into the envelope settings, and we're going to adjust the attack, the hold, K, sustain, and release like this. And then we're going to go into the piano roll, and we're just going to start making a chord progression. So I'm going to be making triads, and to make a triad, super simple. Once you have the scale highlighting on, which is found under view, scale highlighting right here, you can set it to whatever we want. I'm going to be using D sharp minor. All you do is go and set the note to your root note. Then you skip a note in the scale, to the next, skip another note in the scale, go to the next. Now you have a triad. Perfect. Now I'm going to build a chord progression around this. All right, cool. So I like this right here. Super simple, but obviously it's emotional and it has that kind of bounce to it. So I'm going to route this to a mixer track. And what we're going to do here is just go and add some EQ. Take out some of that high end. I'm going to add a little reverb too. All right, then I have this contact bank pulled up called Analog Strings, and I'm using this preset right here called Metallic Strings, and we're just going to make a little top melody. Alright, yeah, so I like this. So now what I'm going to do is route that to mix track 2. We're going to go, this is what I was talking about earlier. If you were to buy the kit when it comes out as a bundle, it'll come with these FL mixer presets. These aren't finished yet, but I have this one called Melodies, and if you drag it on, it makes it sound like this. I'm dragging that EQ down. I'm just EQing out some of that low end and high end. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is go into my one-shot kit, again, and I'm going to go to this pad right here that I have called Space Kid. I'm just going to copy this chord progression over to it. We're going to go to the envelope settings and do the same thing. Let's see how this sounds by itself. And I'm going to route that to mix track 3, and I'm going to drag that mix track called Melodies up on it again. Let's hear how everything together sounds. Alright, so what I did there is added another one-shot from a one-shot kit called Sega. And it's super simple, just right here. And then what I'm going to do is drag that to mix track 4. And we're going to also add that mixer preset called Melody. I'm going to bring the BPM up to like 140 something. And the last thing I'm going to add is just a bass. So I'm going to be using a contact library. The Scarby Rickenbacker, we're going to pull that up. I'll just use the default preset. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the loop section of this. So now we're going to be working on the drums. And for the drums too, I'm going to be using the drum kit from my multi-kit that will be dropping soon. Actually, the drum kit should be out now while you're watching this. If it is, it will be available. Link in the description. It will be available at drumify.com/Quentin-Bobbitt. Like I said, I'm dropping these all separately and as a bundle. You either buy them separately or as a bundle, which will be a lot cheaper. So the whole goal of this kit is to making beats way faster. For example, if you're in a studio with an artist and he says cook up on the spot, this will make it super easy. And I will demonstrate how you would do that right now. So I'm not going to talk too much while I'm making these drums, but I'll show you how you can just make these drums super fast. The first thing I'm going to start out with is a clap. I'm going to use this one called Money for my kit, and I'm going to use the default pattern right here, and I'm going to middle click my mouse. Boom, clap pattern's done. I'm going to bring it down a semitone. I'm also going to mute the bass. Now let's find a hi-hat. All I'm doing for the hi-hat is going into the piano roll. I'm going to change the step to 3rd beat right here. And I'm just going to use the brush. Perfect, then we'll duplicate that over for the 8-bar. Like I said, shout out Chase Vibes because he really put me onto this. Go follow that man on Instagram. Alright, so that's pretty much it for that. So now I'm going to be using an 808 from my kit called Spin Cycle. All we're going to do here is click cut itself and make the 808 pattern. Cool, so yeah, that's the drums. Like I said, it's pretty simple. Realistically, you're just doing that that triplet step with the hi-hat pattern and just some crazy rolls with the 808s and snares. Yeah, it's pretty hard. So honestly, my first time making one of these, so let me know what you think. But anyways, I'm gonna show you how I would lay out the beat. So we're gonna drag everything in, and I'm just gonna duplicate it over a bunch of times. And then what I'm gonna do is go and enable that bass again. And we're going to zoom in, and we're going to take all the drums out for the intro. And we're going to take out that pluck. Actually, I lied. We're going to have it in there. So for the intro, we're going to have all the sounds play. It's going to be this first 8 bars. And then we're going to drop out the bass, the pluck, the pad, and we're just going to have it sound like this. And what we're going to do is just bring the drums in, but we're going to take out that kick, and we're also going to take out that snare that hits with the clap. So it'll sound like this. And then, so this would basically be the hook right here. So like the beginning of the hook, and it gets a little harder, the hook. And then there's like a little transition between that sounds like this. And then what we're going to do is drop out the string part and the pluck, and we're going to have it sound like this. We're actually going to drop out the kick too. And what I'm going to do is cut everything after the clap. I'm not going to come back in until there. All the way until here. Let's come back in. I was going to come back in with that kick. And then so this would basically be the verse right here. And for the second part of the verse, what I'm going to do is drop out the kick and that snare again. And then what I have right here is an automation clip that basically drops all of the melody down by a whole octave. I just automate that to turn on. And so like I said, this is the verse right here. And the transition to the second part of the verse sounds like this. Then what we do is just cut everything off because the song is about a minute long so far. We're going to delete all this, and we duplicate everything over twice. That's the whole beat right there. All right, guys, so like I said, the beat is finished. The video is over. So I hope you guys did enjoy this one. If you did, if you learned anything new, hit that like button for me because it really helps push this video to other people that actually want to see it and learn from it. And it just helps support me and tells me what you guys think of the video. I'll play the beat after this so you guys can listen to it. But if you like any of the sounds in this video, you already know where to go. Drumify.com/QuentinBobbitt. My drum kit and my new loop kit are out, which are going to be part of the multi-kit that's coming out very soon. Which will also have those mixer presets and a lot more stuff. MIDI, it'll have the one-shot kit in it. So pay attention to that. Follow me on Instagram @QuentinBobbitt. DM me whenever you feel. I'll always answer. I'm always down to talk to you guys. But that's all I got for this video. So I will see you guys in the next one.